We have Smith-Lemli Opitz syndrome. We have Smith-Lemli Opitz syndrome. Now, in a case of Smith-Lemli Opitz syndrome, this also is very interesting. Now, Smith-Lemli Opitz syndrome. Okay, see, this is the photo in front of you. Photographic memory plays a very important role. If you have good knowledge of photos, like you will always remember photo, photo, photo. That is everything, you know. So this patient right now, there is a abnormal fusion. There is a fusion of the digits. There is a fusion of the digits, as in you can say fusion of the toes basically. So this is known as syndactyly. This is known as syndactyly. And if you count the fingers over here, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, so more than 5 fingers, that is polydactyly. Okay, so at least these basic terms you should know. Okay, syndactyly, polydactyly, clinodactyly, arachnodactyly, you know, all these, and or brachydactyly. So these are dactyly you should know. So fusion of the fingers or digits, that is known as syndactyly. More than 5 fingers is polydactyly. Okay, incurvature or you can say incurvature of fingers. Incurvature of fingers, उंगलियों का मुड़ जाना. Incurvature of the fingers is known as clinodactyly. Long fingers, if the patient has long fingers, that is known as arachnodactyly. If the patient has small fingers, that is known as brachydactyly. So these are the beautiful important points you should know. We have clinodactyly, arachnodactyly, brachydactyly, polydactyly, syndactyly. Polydactyly is more than 5 fingers. Syndactyly is fusion of the fingers. Incurvature of the fingers is clinodactyly, long fingers is arachnodactyly, and small fingers is brachydactyly. Examples of arachnodactyly, of course, we have the Marfan syndrome. Example of brachydactyly, Down syndrome patient can have brachydactyly. P for polydactyly, P for Patau syndrome. P for polydactyly, P for Patau syndrome. Clinodactyly, I saw, you can see in Down syndrome, Noonan syndrome, and syndactyly also are multiple syndromes basically. Now, very importantly, yes, this is a mnemonic, very simple, very easy. For Smith-Lemli Opitz syndrome, remember a simple mnemonic that there is an epic small match. There was an epic small match between Sydney and Poland. There was an epic small match between Sydney and Poland, and the toss happened in India. For this, I would like to thank Dr. Nayan from Nasik Medical College. He had told me this mnemonic. Anand said this mnemonic looks very amazing. So there was an epic small match. Okay. So epic, very importantly, remember the patient will have a epicanthal folds. So there was an epic small match. The patient will have a epicanthal folds. Small for small head, that is known as microcephaly. There was a there was an epic small match between Sydney and Poland. Sydney for syndactyly, very importantly, and Poland for polydactyly. Sydney for syndactyly, Poland for polydactyly. And toss happened in India, and the patient will have ptosis. Like spelling, it will be this. And the drooping of the eyelid, upper eyelid basically. Ptosis, photographic memory, this one. If I appreciate over here, the patient is having kind of a ptosis. So there was an epic small match between Sydney and Poland, and toss happened in India. So in India, so intellectual disability basically. The patient will have intellectual disability. So these are the important points we have in a case of what we call Smith-Lemli Opitz syndrome, where there was an epic small match between Sydney and Poland, and toss happened in India. Now, little extra point. As I told you, there was an epic small match happened in Sydney and Poland, and toss happened in India. Epic for epicanthal fault, small for microcephaly, and even small for low plasma cholesterol. This is very, very interesting point. This is very, 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 very interesting point, that this patient basically of Smith-Lemli Opitz syndrome has a low plasma serum cholesterol. Serum cholesterol, the patient is low over here, and cholesterol basically helps in the myelin formation. cholesterol has a process in the formation in the help in the it is connected to the myelin production, all the CNS myelin and axons like that. That is why the patient will have severe CNS damage, as in full neurological impairment and intellectual disability will be very too much. So that's what happened in case of Smith-Lemli Opitz syndrome. There was an epic small match happened between Sydney and Poland, epic for epicanthal faults, small for microcephaly, and also the patient will have small or low plasma cholesterol. Epic small match happened between Sydney and Poland. Sydney for syndactyly, Poland for polydactyly, and S for syndactyly, S for spontaneous abortion, and the patient will have posterior P for polydactyly. So P for posteriorly rotated ears. The ears basically are posteriorly rotated. This one, if I show you, this one, the ears basically of the patient, imagine they are posteriorly rotated like that. Okay, so this is very interesting. So there's an epic small match between Sydney and Poland. Sydney for syndactyly, Poland for polydactyly, and the toss happened in India. Toss for, very importantly, the patient will have tosses. The patient basically will have tosses, and the toss happened in India. India for intellectual disability. India for intellectual disability. So these are the important points you should know over here in a case of Smith-Lemli Opitz syndrome, which is very interesting. And yes, what you call it, and there's a mutation in the DHCR7, dihydrocholesterol. Okay, so DHCR is dihydrocholesterol. Okay, dihydrocholesterol. Then there is delta 7 reductase. Okay, so in simple words, dihydrocholesterol reductase enzyme mutation is there. There is a mutation in the dihydrocholesterol reductase enzyme. Now, where is this enzyme? So I'll show you this pathway. Okay, this is the okay, this is the 7-dehydrocholesterol reductase. Okay, so this is the 7-dehydro. Yeah. So very importantly, remember, yes, in this class, we got an idea that regarding this Smith-Lemli Opitz syndrome, the problem is there with the cholesterol. This is very interesting. This is a very good point they have told in the Nelson. So I'll repeat again. In this, we got an idea that there is a mutation in the 7-dehydrocholesterol reductase enzyme. So when there is mutation in the 7-dehydrocholesterol reductase enzyme, so very importantly that you should know what about so that you should know that what is the normal pathway for cholesterol. So remember, acetyl CoA it gets converted into HMG CoA, that converts into, so basically it converts into mevalonate, and most importantly the whole story what I'm telling you is cholesterol. So in the normal pathway for the formation of cholesterol, when the story starts from acetyl CoA, cholesterol is formed. Before formation of the cholesterol, two words I want you guys to remember, that is 7-dehydrocholesterol and cholesterol. So this 7-dehydrocholesterol gets converted into cholesterol. The enzyme responsible over here is dehydrocholesterol reductase enzyme. This is the mutation, like basically this is the deficiency is there. Okay, DHCR, that's what I was telling you, the 7-dehydrocholesterol reductase. Okay, so 7-dehydrocholesterol reductase enzyme deficiency is there. Naturally, when this enzyme deficiency will be there is a deficiency in the production of cholesterol. Cholesterol is very helpful in myelin formation. Cholesterol has a role, the axons, neurons, they have a role in the myelin and CNS neurons formation. So if the cholesterol is not there, then myelin and neurons and all the CNS will not form properly, and the patient will have severe neurological impairment. Okay, number one. Number two, very importantly, there's a decrease in the production of cholesterol, and more 7-dehydrocholesterol will be there. So this is the precursor basically. So there is abnormal, kind of what you called, this abnormal accumulation of 7-DHC and decreased production of the cholesterol. So that is one thing you should know. Number one. And yeah, so this dehydrocholesterol reductase, this I told you, this enzyme is necessary to complete the final step in the cholesterol synthesis. So yes, this DHCR enzyme is very much important in the final step of the cholesterol synthesis. And cholesterol is a major component of myelin. That's why, therefore, there is a severe there is severe CNS impairment. And it's very, so definitely decrease cholesterol in this patient of this Smith-Lemli Opitz syndrome. Cholesterol is not there. So survival is unlikely if the serum cholesterol is less than 20 milligram per DL. Reference is Nelson. Now, what is the treatment? Naturally, when cholesterol is not there in your body, then I will, supplementary dietary cholesterol I will give you. I tell you to have a lot of egg yolk like that, which basically contains cholesterol. And also, there's a point over here. There's a role of HMG-CoA reductase. There's a role of HMG-CoA reductase inhibition. Where is the HMG-CoA reductase? This pathway. Here, this is the HMG-CoA reductase. So HMG-CoA reductase inhibition I will do, so that the conversions will not happen, so that the precursors will not be formed. The problem was happening over here. Okay, this was the deficiency. Cholesterol was not forming, but too much of precursors were there, and that was causing problem. So that is why I'm stopping the process from the beginning only. I'm stopping the pathway from the beginning only by basically 7-dehydro, well, by basically, HMG CoA reductase inhibition I'll be doing, so that the HDL CoA is not getting converted into cholesterol. So 7 HMG CoA reductase inhibition to prevent the synthesis of toxic precursor, that was 7-DHC, proximal to the enzymatic block. Proximal to the enzymatic block, this is the enzymatic block, and proximal to that, this is the 7-DHC, and that's the whole story.